Yeah. Listen. They sell you a dream, wrapped in blunt, paper and chrome. They sell you a family, a home. But remember this, shorty, remember it good. The streets don't love you back, never did, never could. I love the dirty concrete, her neon drenched eyes, the way she whispered promises under bruised knuckle skies. I gave her my youth, my hunger, the fire in my chest, my sweat for her currency, my body for a test. She gave me a name that carry weight in the dark, a temporary kingdom, a temporary ark, a power that felt eternal till I looked at the cost. The brothers turned to memories, the loyalty I lost. I kissed her with ambition, she kissed back with lead. Put roses in my thoughts, fulfill my friends with dread. She's a jealous, greedy lover, wants your soul on the line. Consumes your whole marble for a temporary shine. I built her altars from the bricks, sang hymns with every cell. Did everything to please her, from the petty to the grand scale. But the moment that I stumbled, the moment I showed need, she showed me a true nature, cold, unforgiving greed. You think you're a favorite, you think you're the one. You're just the next soldier till your magazine's done. She'll chew you up and spin your story for the next young gun, under that same broken street light where your dream was begun. Cause the streets don't love you back, it's on one side of the fair. You pour your whole heart out and get met with a cold, empty stare. She'll take your best years and leave you with nothing but scars and a prayer. Faded tattoo of loyalty that nobody else will wear. No, the street don't love you back, she's a mercenary romance. You're a tenant in her hellscape, you never stood a chance. You'll die for her mythology, become a cautionary dance, while she just waits for the next boy to give her his advance. See that corner shrine, the candles and the liquor, that's another fool who thought his love for her was quicker, deeper than the last one. That he be the exception to the rule, played a game and thought he was cool. Now his mama's heart is shattered, his daughter asked was dad, and the block just keeps on moving. Miley sad but mostly glad for the vacancy, open for the territory, now free. That's the only rest in peace this life's ever gonna see. She don't remember your hustle, your code, your silent worth, just a product you moved in a space you filled on earth. You're a temporary fixture, a subscriber to the curse, and she'll write your epitaph in the dirt, or even worse, she'll just forget you first. You think you're a favorite, you think you're the one. You're just the next soldier till your magazine's done. She'll chew you up and spin your story for the next young gun, under that same broken street light where your dream was begun. Cause the streets don't love you back, it's a one-sided affair. You pour your whole heart out and get met with a cold, empty stare. She'll take your best years and leave you with nothing but scars and a prayer. Faded tattoo of loyalty that nobody else will wear. No, the streets don't love you back, she's a mercenary romance. You're a tenant in a hellscape, you never stood a chance. You'll die for her mythology, become a cautionary dance, while she just waits for the next boy to give her his advance.
So why do we stay? Why do we bleed when the only embrace is a cold one indeed?
Maybe cause she's all we knew before we knew what love was. A cruel familiar teacher, and a lesson is because
she's all we have, even if she'll never have us back.
Remember that.
Hold on to your soul,
don't give her everything, cause when you're empty and you look for a return on that investment, you'll just hit a win and see the next kid making the same mistake.
making the same mistake.
I used to pray on my knees, hands clasped, face the floor, but the ceiling never answered, just the cracking of the door. When they came from my brother, left his dreams in the puddle on the floor. No angels sang a chorus, just the sirens keeping score. So I traded in my hymns for the wisdom of the street, where soul's a fucking luxury that'll get you got for cheap. Every action has an equal opposite reaction. See, physics is the only gospel ever preached to me. No pearly gates awaiting, no devil with a grin, just the consequence you're facing for the original sin of being born in battle with a hunger deep within. You either build a legacy or your memory gets thin. I seen them cross themselves before they squeeze a loaded 45. Ain't no contradiction when you're just trying to stay alive. You bartering with chaos, trying to momentarily thrive in a world where rest in peace is a desperate, hopeful jive. So don't speak to me of judgment day, of fire or of grace. I'm sculpting my eternity right here in time and space. With every move I make, with every single face I erase, I'm writing my own aftermath on this godforsaken place. Cause there's no afterlife, only aftermath. The blood on the money, the ghost in the path, the empty chair at the table, the unanswering math, the echo
Build a throne for spinning rims and memorial shrine walls. From the flowers on the corner where a loyal soldier falls. My legacy's a fresco of the cracks along these halls. A monument to nothing that eternally enthralls. A power, it's a vapor, the respect, just a delay till the next young hungry wolf decides to come and make his play. And when he does, I won't look up, I won't know what to say to some saint at some gate, waiting at the end of the day. I face the music I compose, the symphony of dread. The loved ones turn to strangers, the loyal ones I bled. The coldness in my reflection, the living and the dead. That's my heaven and my hell, it's all inside my head. So let the preachers have the promise of a sweet by and by. My focus is the concrete, the here, the now, the why. And when my final chapter's ripped beneath the smoke, the sky, they won't say he ascended, they'll just say that's where he lies. So don't speak to me of judgment day, a fire or a grace. I'm sculpting my eternity right here in time and space. With every move I make, with every single face I erase, I'm writing my own aftermath on this godforsaken place. Cause there's no afterlife, only aftermath. The blood on the money, the ghost in the path. The empty chair at the table, the unanswering math. The echo of the bullet, the aftermath. There's no afterlife, only aftermath. The fire or muddy is ghost in the path. The trust that's been shattered, a permanent wrath. I live in the ruins, I live in a aftermath. The aftermath is quiet. It's the phone that don't ring. It's the weight of the crown with no meaning. It's the hollowness after the screaming. It's the mirror that shows you the demon you made. This is the paradise straight to the only eternity. It's the mark that you made in the silence that follows the blade. In the silence that follows the blade.
Yeah. They don't know the pressure. They think it's a ladder. It's a cliff. The bottom's a fantasy, life for the weak. I came from the mud where the demons all speak. Our brothers get swallowed, the concrete just leak. I'm into the sewers, no name, no mystique. I vowed on that day with my back to the wall. You either rise up or you don't, is it all? This hunger ain't metaphorical, hear the call, the echo of nothing, the last one to fall. So I carved out a kingdom from brick and from blood. Every step was contested, every corner was flooded with snakes in the gutter. All venom and mud, I stomped on their head till the rebellion was crushed. Now I sit in the silence, the top of the food chain. The view is just violence and perpetual rain. But down where I started ain't nothing the same. Just ghosts in the echoes of forgotten names. You think there's a safety net? You're tragically wrong. It's a free fall to nothing, a desperate long song. One misstep, one stumble, the darkness is strong. They'll race you by dawn, boy, where do you belong? Cause there's no room beneath the bottom. Just gravity's promising a cheap wooden coffin. The rats in a rot and the dreams that go rotten. You fight for the summit, your soul's been forgotten. There's no room near the bottom, a cold empty pocket. The world says you got 'em, so I climbed over bodies. My heart turned to automata. Now I'm looking down from the top, yeah, I see the problem. There's no room at the bottom. My conscience, I drowned it in codeine and chase. Replaced it with chrome and a stone cold face. The rules are simple, displaced or be displaced. This ain't no game, this is war, this is space. I move with a purpose, a shadow with plans. The 808s hit like I'm clapping my hands. And leave your man slump where he stands. This empire's built on these bloodstained sands. You talking about struggle, you don't know the half. I wrestled the devil and took his staff. Now every decision's a sinister graph. A slope that leads down where the dangerous path. So I stack every dollar like a brick in the wall. If you ain't building up, then you destined to fall. And that ain't no warning, that's a fact for y'all. A bottom's a myth that don't exist, it's a free fall. Safety net, you're tragically wrong. It's a free fall to nothing, a desperate long song. One misstep, one stumble, the darkness is strong. They'll erase you by dawn, but where do you belong? Cause there's no room at the bottom. Just gravity's promising a cheap wooden coffin. The rats in a rot and the dreams that go rotten. You fight for the summit, your soul's been forgotten. There's no room at the bottom, a cold empty pocket. The world says you got 'em, so I climbed over bodies. My heart turned to automata. Now I'm looking down from the top, yeah, I see the problem. There's no room at the bottom. They ask me why so ruthless, why the eyes in the vein. Cause the moment you soften, you embrace the pain of the slow sinking feeling of the relentless drain. The bottom's not a place, it's a state of mind you attain. So I severed the feeling, I live in the climb. A permanent winner, a murderous time. And if you stand in my way, it's a legitimate crime. I'm protecting my altitude, this is my paradigm. No room, no room at the bottom. Just the king and his mountain, and the ending is at the summit. You better start climbing, or enjoy the falling, Cause down there, you're already gone.
single sour church organ note holds a vinyl crackle like an old gospel record skipping.
Yeah. My first prayer was for my father to come home. My second was for the hunger in my stomach to leave me alone. By the third, I realized the line was disconnected. Static. Prayers go unanswered here.
Kneeling by the bed, 6 years old, hands pressed together, asking for a sign, for some better, for whatever. Could stop the screams downstairs, make the winter warm, but the cold just seeped in through the cracks, took form. Saw mama crying over scriptures, one thing at the spine, while the wolves outside the door kept crossing the line. She said God works in mysterious ways, a mysterious plan that involved an empty fridge and a tremble in her hand. So I traded amen for the amenity of the block, where the only blessing came from what you managed to cop, and the only resurrection was a beat down body that dropped, then got back up with a new lesson, hard knock. The church on the corner, its doors painted shut, a symbol just as hollow as the hope in my gut. I learned the sacred text was written in the mud, in the rut, in the silent exchange, in the trunk as it shut. So I stopped looking to the heavens for a saving grace. I found my salvation and it's still on my ways. My congregation's in the shadows, my creed is the chase, and my only judgment day is the look on your face. Cause prayers gon' answer in this concrete confessional. Every pleasing help me met with silence of professional. So I talk to the Smith & Wesson, it's more conversational. My gospel is the cartridge, my sermon is the burst. Your prayers gon' answer, it's the foundational curse. You gotta be your own damn God in this God-forsaken universe. So I anoint myself with gunpowder, this hunger I rehearse, and bless the ground I walk on with the blood of those who disperse. I whisper please in ambulances, clutch the diamond's hand, promise God anything just to let him stand. The only answer was a flat line, the clock simply saying that's the moment I truly understood and took command. Now I don't bargain with ghosts, with spirits in the sky. I negotiate with power, with a gleam in a buyer's eye. My providence is product, my miracle supply. My hallelujah is the sound of my engines flying by. They call it sacrilege, this kingdom that I built on the ashes of my innocence, on the cards I was dealt. But a man creates his purpose when the hand that he's felt from above feels like nothing, like absence itself. So let the choir sing for those who still believe the lie. I'll be the heretic in mansion watching from on high, with a heart too hard for hymns, a soul too dark to cry, and a truth too cold to sell. Everything you love will die. So I stopped looking to the heavens for a saving grace. I found my salvation and it's still on my ways. My congregation's in the shadows, my creed is the chase, and my only judgment day is the look on your face. Cause prayers gon' answer in this concrete confessional. Every pleasing help me met with silence of professional. So I talk to the Smith & Wesson, it's more conversational. My gospel is the cartridge, my sermon is the burst. Your prayers gon' answer, it's the foundational curse. You gotta be your own damn God in this God-forsaken universe. So I know myself with gunpowder, this hunger I rehearse, and bless the ground I walk on with the blood of those who disperse. Maybe silence is the answer, maybe the lesson was the lack, to forge a God from nothing, to never turn your back on the only truth that held you. You are truly, truly on your own. So build your throne from defiance and rule over the bone. Unanswered, they go unanswered. So I stopped praying, I started taking, I became the answer to a question nobody had the guts to ask. Alright, it's done. The line is crossed, the bridge is burnt. Eyes forward, pedal down. There's no turning back now. The phone call came in static, a voice said it's too late. The target's in the wind, now they know about the plate. The money's in the duffel, but the walls are closing in. One wrong move from yesterday is now the fix we're in. I saw it in the rear view, the flash of tinted glass. Knew this life of pretty poison wasn't built to last. But you don't get to pivot when you're dancing over graves. You made the better razor blades, not lying, it be brave. My knuckles right on steering wheel, the city starts to blur. A montage of the sins that got the hounds astir. The trust I broke for power, the alley I deferred, all coming back to meet me in one final noisy word. The past is a detective, it's closing in fast. Every corner holding shadows from a deed that couldn't last. But survival ain't a question of morality or creed. It's the animal inside you answering a primal driving need. Check the mirror, not for conscience, just for headlights on your trail. Every second is a lifetime, every breath is on a sale. You can't unring the bell, son, you can't untell the tale. You're married to the moment and the moment's growing pale. And there's no turning back now, the dice have left the hand. The future's just a fugitive running through no man's land. Every road's a one-way street to a fate I don't understand. But I chose it when I picked the gun up, chose it when I made my stand. There's no turning back now, the Rubicon's in flames. I'm baptized in the action, I can't undo the names. The only direction left is through this playing deadly games. My legacy's a burn scar. No turning back now. They talk about the exit plan, a ranch where it's serene. A foolish, pretty fantasy for minds that aren't too keen on how the calculus of violence permanently bends the graph. There is no after waiting, just the echo of the laugh that you had when you were climbing, feeling touchable and great. Now every shadow's jury, every alley is a gate to a consequence you alter with your arrogance and greed. A hungry living thing you're now obligated to feed. So I press the accelerator, let the engine scream my prayer. The road is my confession, the night is my affair. I am the consequence, I am the running, I'm the scare that haunts the very city that I built from thin air. Regret is a weight you cannot carry at this speed. A luxury for peaceful men, a suicidal seed. My mind is clean of yesterday, my focus is the now. The next corner, the next clip, the next sweat on my brow. Check the mirror, not for conscience, just for headlights on your trail. Every second is a lifetime, every breath is on the sale. You can't unring the bell, son, you can't untell the tale. You're married to the moment and the moment's growing pale. And there's no turning back now, the dice have left the hand. The future's just a fugitive running through no man's land. Every road's a one-way street to a fate I don't understand. But I chose it when I picked the gun up, chose it when I made my stand. There's no turning back now, the Rubicon's in flames. I'm baptized in the action, I can't undo the names. The only direction left is through this playing deadly games. My legacy's a burn scar, no turning back now. Maybe I knew it from the first one, the first lie, the first score, that you don't get to walk away, you just get to run more. Until the run is the light, and the chase is the throne, and the man you started at is a ghost you've outgrown. Keep driving. Keep driving. The engine roar and tires squeal from the intro return louder. Layered under the frantic beat